If you're considering buying a condo in Raleigh, North Carolina, you need to watch this first. There are some serious pitfalls you would want to avoid, and condos are definitely not for everyone. On this video, we're going to go to the pros and cons so that you can make the best decision for yourself. The reason why condos are attractive, the most popular one would be affordability. You can get, let's say, a single family home for $500,000, and then you can find a condo in the same location for on the high twos or even on the threes. So affordability is a main factor. So then we go to low maintenance lifestyle. So condos 99.99% of the time have an HOA. The HOA would take care of your mowing, would take care of your snow shoveling when the snow comes. And of course, it would take care of your exterior. So that'll save you money from your pocket. And this is great for busy professionals, retirees, or even first-time home buyers. And with HOA, usually you get amenities. So with a condo, you pay the HOA, which includes amenities. Amenities can go from swimming pools, dog parks, tennis courts, pickleball courts, all of this within your HOA fees and within your community. So that'll save you money because you won't be paying a Lifetime Fitness, you won't be paying for the pickleball, for the tennis. So you have all this within reach. Location benefits. Condos are usually located near downtown or near places that have a lot of entertainment, places that on walkable distance you can go and have fun. So it's perfect for people that just don't want to take the car and want to walk. So you can walk downtown, should it be 5 minutes away. You can walk to a park, you can walk to entertainment. So I would say condos is great on location. Usually it's around places with a lot of activities. Now on to the reasons why condos are dangerous. Number one would be HOA fees. So I've seen HOA fees from $200 even to $600. So let's say you're thinking, okay, so I'm gonna get this condo and it's priced at $250,000, and then you're like, all right, so my monthly payment won't be as much. But let's say you have an HOA fee of $400 or $500. So let's say you have a mortgage payment of $1,500, and you're like, man, $1,500 is beautiful. I'm paying less than my rent. But then you go ahead, you add those $500, so it'll go to $2,000. So that means that you won't be saving that much money when for $200 more, you can get a single family home and probably with no HOA. And one more thing about HOA fees, they can go up unexpectedly, especially with inflation going on. And let's say that on your community, there was no pool. And all of a sudden there's a plan for a pool. So what'll happen? That would be added to your HOA fees. So that's why HOA fees is something to be very careful of. So when you're looking at condos, it's always good to know what the HOA fee is and what the HOA covers so that you're well informed and you can make the best decision for yourself. So another thing would be rules and restrictions. So you're within an HOA and there's policies, there are rules you need to follow. So let's say one of the rules is you cannot have any pets. So what if you have a dog? What if you have a cat? What if you have any other type of pet? You won't be able to get that condo. So for example, if one day you fall in love with a pet, you won't be able to bring it to your condo because there is a restriction. Another thing would be rental restrictions. So HOAs usually do not allow for rentals to happen. So if you're thinking about, yeah, I'm gonna get a condo, it's nearby a hospital, it's nearby this place that is very busy, and eventually it can make a great investment, you might not have the choice or the ability to make it a rental, so that might not go as planned. Another thing would be renovation restrictions. So let's say you have carpet on your whole condo and you're like, I don't want carpet anymore, I want hardwood floors. There might be some HOAs that you would have to ask, even though it's yours, hey, can I make that change? Another thing would be less privacy and space. You're paying for a single unit within a building. So next to your condo is going to be another condo. You're going to have shared walls. If you're on the first floor, you're going to have a shared ceiling with someone else's floor. So you don't get that much privacy. So if you're a person that doesn't want to be around so much people or value silence, let's say one day you're reading a book or going to sleep at 11 at night, you have an important meeting next day. Let's say your neighbor is hitting the drums or doing some type of thing that it annoys you and you cannot sleep. So that is a disadvantage that you get on condos. But hey, if you like people, if you like to get cozy, if you like the sense of community, if you like going outside of your door and seeing your next neighbor, condos might be a fit for you. So resale value. So typically condos do not appraise as much as a single family home. In cases, let's say Raleigh, near downtown Raleigh or even North Hills, you can find condos. I recently sold one in $170,000 that when I was doing my research, I saw that a couple years ago it was worth 120 or even 80,000, but not so long ago. So you're like, all right, so how many years passed and the value didn't grow as much as with a single family or even a townhome? But hey, of course, if you buy a condo today at 200,000 and 5 years later you sell it, of course you're making payments towards your mortgage, towards that principal, and you will be getting that equity on you paying. So I would say that owning any type of real estate will always be an advantage. So my final thing to be careful for when buying a condo would be mortgage loan challenges. Getting a mortgage loan for a condo is way trickier than for a single family home. So lenders often look at the entire building finances, not just your unit. If too many units are rented out, or if the HOA has low reserves, you might face higher rates and limited loan options. So that wraps it up. So if you're going to buy a condo, here are some things that you can take into consideration to make the best decision for yourself. Also, the advantages that you get from buying a condo. So if I was a single guy and I want to be close to downtown, I'm gonna buy a condo downtown. So if you have any questions or you want to get started on that process, please reach out today. In the meantime, watch one of these videos next to learn more about living in Raleigh.